This was a layup. Best Buy and Target. This was a layup. They dragging y'all for filth. This was a perfect opportunity to break up with somebody before they break up with you first. I've been doing that since I was 18. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. I'm Reese Waters, and this is Street Politics. Although this definitely could have been a troubled waters. Y'all know what y'all did.
If you live in the US and you are justifiably pissed about what's going on in our name, January 20th is a very important date to get involved. So tomorrow, January 20th at 2 p.m., there's going to be a national walkout. This is a moment when the entire country is going to stop participating in business as usual. Not only is this going to be a protest in and of itself, but this is also going to be a test for us to see if we can organize as a country across communities.
And ain't nobody told me nothing. All the subscribers and members we got on the y'all didn't think I wanted to walk out? Y'all didn't think I wanted to walk out? Huh? You didn't think I wanted to just get up? And it was 2 p.m. too. That's during my live. I could have got up and just walked off during my live out of solidarity. Ain't nobody saying nothing. I could have been yelling in the street.
I'm as mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
On January 20th, we are walking out to free America.
And walking in to remove the regime.
We're walking out of work, walking out of school.
We're walking out of anywhere and everywhere.
Because it's past time that we stop cooperating with fascism.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. This Ms. Ray. Oh. Huh? Oh, you did tell me about the walkout? You sent it to me the night before. You know I don't be checking my email. Well, what y'all got going on next?
So Friday, January 23rd, we're asking everybody to pause, to stop, to rest, to reflect, and to fast and pray and come collectively together to not spend any money. Every Minnesotan, no work, no school, no shopping, so that we can send a message to not just Minnesota, but to this nation. We want ICE out of here, and that there should be no investment in a militaristic force like ICE that comes in and terrorizes and oppresses the people in this state and all across this nation. So we're asking for a pause. We're asking people not to go to work. We're asking businesses to close that day. We'll gather here downtown at 2:00 to really reflect, come together, pray, and just kind of be together, but also send this message that this is unacceptable and we're not going to take it. Friday, January 23rd, come join us.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, because that'd be good with my family. When they ask me for something on Friday, we can't even blackout. We can't even do it. No Happy Meals today. I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that?
Labor unions, community leaders, and faith groups are calling for an economic blackout in Minnesota on Friday to protest against the surge of federal immigration agents in the state to mourn Renee Good. Organizers are urging Minnesotans not to work, shop, or go to school. The Trump administration has dispatched about 3,000 federal agents to the state, and what it claims amounts to its largest enforcement operation thus far amid a broader crackdown on immigration. More than 2,400 people in Minnesota have been arrested in recent weeks. An Immigrations and Customs Enforcement officer fatally shot Good, 37, in Minneapolis earlier this month. Knudsen expressed hope that the CEOs of all these corporations that are based in Minnesota take note. The largest U.S. corporations headquartered in Minnesota include Target, Best Buy, United Healthcare, and General Mills. None immediately return requests for comment. Hey, we got y'all on Target. We got y'all on. Oh no, yeah. No, we got months in. Holla at Jamal Bryant.
Put that shirt in my backpack. Put that wallet in my knapsack.
Now here's where it gets particularly wild, because it's one thing for the people to plan a blackout, right? An economic blackout. That typically is to punish the companies and the corporations to affect change. They got businesses participating in the blackout. Here's a list of stores and restaurants that are participating, gathered by the news outlet Bring Me the News. These are all the stores and restaurants set to close for the January 23rd action. Let's see. Ain't no Best Buy on here. Definitely don't see a Target on here.
As the federal crackdown in the Twin Cities grows, protests seem to be growing along with it. Ashley Grahams joins us with the latest on a planned economic blackout Friday that includes workforce and faith leaders.
Yeah, Aaron, federal immigration enforcement has drawn sharp criticism from union leaders who say some of their members have been detained. Now more businesses and restaurants in the metro plan to join in the protest. Instead of the usual shoppers stocking up, this Friday the aisles will be empty. This Minneapolis grocery store is closing their doors for one day only.
Both our customers and our staff have been talking about this event as an important way to show solidarity with our community.
Lisa Coyne is the store director at the Wedge Community Co-op in Linden Hills. This sign on their bulletin board reads, "No work, no school, no shopping." A sign of protest as Immigration and Customs Enforcement continues Operation Metro Surge with thousands of federal agents in the Twin Cities.
Seward Co-op, East Side Co-op, and Mississippi Market have all decided to close in support of the day of action.
Businesses across the Twin Cities are posting similar statements online, from Bar La Grassa to Ola Arepa and coffee shops like Fragment.
I think anytime people can peacefully make their needs and desires known is an important thing to do.
Now, I do want to give a shout out to all the businesses that are showing solidarity with the people. I would also like to express on a personal level what sense it makes to close down and curry favor with the people as opposed to, being open and openly rejected at this time. I mean, this was a layup. Best Buy and Target. This was a layup. They dragging y'all for filth. This was a perfect opportunity to break up with somebody before they break up with you first. I've been doing that since I was 18.
He's out of line, but he's right.
From the president of the Minneapolis Regional Labor Federation, working people, our schools, and our communities are under attack. Union members are being detained, commuting to and from work, tearing families apart. Parents are being forced to stay home, students held out of school fearing for their lives, all while the employer class remains silent. Our labor federations are encouraging everyone to participate on January 23rd. It's time for every single Minnesotan who loves this state and the notion of truth and freedom to raise their voices and deepen their solidarity for our neighbors and coworkers living under this federal occupation.
Some unions also plan to participate in Friday's protest.
Working people across our community are afraid for their lives.
We have lost over 20 members to these abductions by federal agents.
One union representing janitors, security officers, and window cleaners say some of their members have been detained.
If the declared purpose of these detentions is to take hardened criminals off the streets, it's not working. We know of no serious previous crimes committed by any of these members.
Teacher unions from the Twin Cities are also joining in.
Federal immigration enforcement agents have created hazardous and dangerous conditions in our community that threaten the very right of our children to receive an education.
Now, I would just like to present the scenario where your populace doesn't feel safe going to work and sending their children to school. That is the world that's being created in Minneapolis. And not at random, because this has been happening in blue cities, which is the only kind of cities, but also in blue states. This was orchestrated from the very beginning. From Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, I know you're angry. I'm angry. What Donald Trump wants is violence in the streets, but Minnesota will remain an island of decency, of justice, of community, and of peace. Don't give him what he wants. Absolutely. do not give him what he wants. And that would also go for the people that have enabled this behavior and this takeover of Minneapolis, St. Paul, the corporations, the employer class. So what say y'all? Y'all down?
Okay, the reason these boycotts and shit don't be working is because people are too lazy, too scared to actually just show up. Like Friday, like just don't go to work. Don't buy anything. Like even Thursday, push it even a little further. Don't buy things Thursday because these companies and shit are still going to benefit off of that shit Friday because you're just making up for the money that you would have not spent Friday. Show up. Like ICE is raiding the country. The Trump administration is taking over the world. They're trying to. Supporting paying for a genocide in multiple countries around the world, honestly. And it's like, what the does it take for Americans to just wake up and show the up? Like, why the is it so hard to just literally go one day and boycott some shit? This shit works.
Now wait a minute. Who not showing up? Who don't be showing up? Are we gonna name names? Because we've been here before about who don't be showing up to the protests.
Right, where resistance is cultural, where disruption is a form of civic engagement. It's practically an art form. Here, especially among white Americans, and the racial distinction matters. There is no real appetite for sustained discomfort, much less the willingness to take on collective risk. That's been engineered over generations. Comfort has become compliance. And that's why I have a hard time taking most calls for a general strike seriously. The performative ones coming from the chattering classes, not the folks who are actually in the trenches when it comes to organized labor, or when it comes to active resistance and resistance movements with which I am entirely sympathetic. Not because it isn't the right tactic, but because it requires a culture broadly conceived that we do not have. It takes infrastructure, it takes clarity, it takes shared sacrifice and a preparation for a potential sacrifice. None of that exists at scale in the United States. What we have instead is institutionalism and inertia, particularly among white Americans who still treat court rulings and the announcements of court rulings as if they carry some sort of inherent authority, as if the Constitution has some sort of inherent authority, as if people will autocorrect, as if this regime will somehow respond to some federal district court judge's ruling and go, yeah, right, got us, we'll stop. Or who point to Trump endorsing 2026 congressional candidates as if we're on track for a normal election under fair conditions. Yes, that election might well happen. It probably will happen. If you think that it's going to be under the same voting circumstances that you're used to, then I beg you to take a pause and read the room.
He said it. He said it. Maybe they'll listen from one of their own. They don't listen when we say it. So I'm just hoping that maybe that'll resonate or something like that.
Like a tenth of Starbucks' stock has gone down because of people boycotting and shit. But imagine if more and more people actually showed up or gave enough to show up. Like that shit would be going out of business. Like you guys, why are we so lazy? We see the monstrosities going on in this country. Why the are we not willing to stand up and just show up?
Oh yeah, y'all did make a move on Starbucks, didn't you? I didn't have to do that. No, I've been boycotting just because I ain't got it like that. Yeah, I didn't have it. And then I learned how to make a caramel macchiato on my own. What you do is you go get that pound of sugar and you just pour a little bit of coffee on top of it.
Show up. Do not go to work. Do not spend money on Friday, the 23rd of January. Show up in solidarity with Minnesota. As a Minnesotan, I will be participating. Show the up, America. Show the up. It is not hard. You're not gonna, if everybody does this shit, they're not gonna fire the whole all of the employees at your business. If everybody shows up, they can't punish everyone. So show the up. Love you.
Well, one thing that I will say about the citizens of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Minnesota at large, they've been about that action.
Okay, folks, I want people to see this live video. We are at the Target in Edina. We've got to have about 70 people in line here. Everybody bought salt and they're returning it. Why? Because we are asking that Target step up as a corporation of moral courage in this critical moment in our country. ICE is leveraging Target's silence. They are abducting Target employees. They are staging in Target parking lots. They are going into Target stores and using it as propaganda opportunities. We are asking Target, whose whole brand has been built on serving the communities in which they are, to step up, speak out, use the corporate power that they have, because we know that's the only thing that they listen to.
Wow. That was what they all just went and bought the salt, and that is strong. They didn't want to integrate the group at all. They just went to the one home. That's fine. I salute everybody that was there. I salute everybody that was there. And my level of respect increases with every step she took back in line. That last lady. Can you imagine being in a protest? Hey, we both get credit for being in a salt protest, but she get to be in the front. It's going to take me 2 more hours to get out of here. That is phenomenal. That's what I mean when I say about that action. Just hope you get a good register, because if you get one of them slow registers to deal with the returns during that shift, they're going to be here till the midterms.
So how do we fight authoritarianism? We knock out the pillars that are propping it up. One of the biggest pillars in our country, giant corporations like Target, which is essentially kowtowing to the Trump administration, also cooperating with ICE, letting them stage in their parking lots, etc. They're complicit. We need to make them stop. These people, by doing this slow return process where 70 people are lined up returning each one container of salt, is brilliant. It's poetic. It's peaceful. Even Kirsty Noem, lying Nazi Barbie, cannot accuse them of being domestic terrorists, but they are moving the needle. How? By disrupting Target's business and forcing corporate ownership to pay attention. And it's brilliant, of course, because salt melts ice. If you're someone who's been saying, oh, I don't know how to help, I want to, but I can't, can you return a container of salt? Because if you can, congratulations, you just qualified for the resistance. Join us.
There's a lot going on at Target. And Target is based out of Minnesota. It's one of those companies that employs a lot of people in Minnesota. Greg Bovino was there, and this is what he was saying.
Very terrible things about law enforcement, about federal agents, and that's reflected in what...
Oh no, they're calling you guys out. Calling you names. Oh no.
What you see by that vocal minority out on the streets. And they
want you to believe you're that minority.
Actually take what those elected representatives say, and they put it into action. And that's too bad, because they're being set up. They're almost like cannon fodder, Sean. Those elected representatives and those so-called community leaders and social media influencers, they don't care if these individuals get hurt or killed. They're after a reaction. And I'll tell you what, our law enforcement officers here in Minneapolis and across the United States do a fantastic job in dealing with this every day. A lot of restraint and professionalism, as you can see on display.
I don't know, Greg. Maybe it's because...
I'm literally a U.S. citizen. I'm literally a U.S. citizen.
Oh yeah, a teen boy, U.S. citizen.
You okay, man? No, I'm okay. Bro, shit's crazy. My man's bleeding. They slammed me on the ground.
Yeah, only going for criminals, right? People calling you names, throwing snowballs, and you're unaliving people on the streets. Pepper spraying people in their face, shooting them in their face. So much restraint. So much. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think Target's going to do anything? Because I really don't think they're going to do anything. They've already given in with their DEI. Their sales have dropped. And I think they're going to buckle down and not say shiz. And continue to allow these men to go into their Targets, to use their restrooms, and to racially profile while they're in there and take their employees and say not one goddamn thing.
Oh, but they weren't just there to buy salt and return it. Oh, no.
People deserve dignity. That's right.
But of course, whenever you have a collection of people that decide to come together in solidarity, in love and concern for one another and for their neighbors, MAGA's gonna hate. You know what I mean? You know, that's their brand. That is their brand.
Have you seen this bullshit? Minnesota. Of course, Minnesota. Where the world has gone crazy. So the geriatric ward has been unleashed. Can't leave no man behind. So they're using these old people to go into Target to protest because they allege that Target, they are allowing ICE agents to use the restrooms.
Excuse me. Are you under the impression that their main issue with Target is them using the restrooms? Is that the amount of research that you did before you came and took to the internet? They got whole videos of them going in and removing and arresting, detaining people from inside of Target. We have whole content of them posted up in Target. They talked about them using Target as their state. You really think that this was about them using the restrooms? Because people be protesting me all over DC if that was the case.
The shocker of it. Oh my God. So they come in and they stage this protest. They disrupt regular business. They have their chantings, sitting on the floors, their kumbayas. There could have been a tambourine or two in there. I don't know.
Wait. I'm sorry. Did you say there could have been some tampering? You said there could have been some tampering? What do you mean by that? Like messing with the goods? So you think that the plan to disrupt the economic flow of the employer class was to tamper with Target goods? You think that was you think they brought some rollback pricing signage from Walmart to put up there? Like, are you telling on yourself? It sounds like you telling on you. Well, I ain't never been in Target without tampering, so I can't imagine.
I guess I'd taken her Geritol that day, and they were all on the loose.
Excuse me, I can't let you do that. I saw what you saw. I saw what you saw with the Geritol, but are you sure that age and health and fitness is where you want to go with, you know what I mean? Is age and fitness really where you want to go?
And so in this final hoo-ha, they all grab a shopping cart. There's approximately 70 of them, according to this video. And then they go over and they each individually buy salt. Because you see, salt melts ice. Oh, it's symbolic. And then after they purchased it, then they all move their little asses over to the return. And there with the carts, not allowing the regular customers to have a cart to shop. And then they return it. And according to this video, because they do this over and over again. My question for Target is, are you complicit in this bullshit?
Ooh, this might be my favorite part of the video. Target, are you complicit? Now, this is great. So, Target is complicit for allowing people to come into their establishment and purchase goods. You're right. I feel you. I feel they should not be allowing people to come into Target and purchase goods. You know what I mean? You're right. That would go, or maybe it's just a certain type of person. What white women? It looked like a lot of white women. So you ban the white women from Target? Is that what you want to? I know that would hit home. That would hit home. Or is it the returns? Is it the return part that makes them complicit, that they're allowing people to return goods. Because naturally, if Target would have come out and say, you can't return goods, that would be good for them. You know what I mean? That would be, it'd be about as good as that pack of Uno cards during Black Friday.
Are you? Did you allow these people to come in here to make their statement? Oh, we knew nothing about it? Bullshit. Either your manager was complacent into this or your corporation is. And this is your back way of doing it. Because what store in their right mind is going to allow people to come in and carry on like this and push away real customers?
They don't need no help pushing away customers. They don't need no help. They've been doing that for a couple of years now.
But if this is what you want to do, it's your business for now. Go tell that to your stockholders, the people who have invested money in your company. I truly predict, I'm going to go take a quick look at it, what your stock is worth today, and see what it's at the end. I'm pretty sure you're going bankrupt. End of 2026. That's my prediction. Mm-hmm.
Lady, are you trying to take credit for the Target boycott that's been going on almost a year now? Are you trying to take... That's what MAGA do. They've been boycotting Target for forever because of the DEI stuff. Now we mad at Target. We put our stamp on it. So when y'all go out of business, MAGA, that's the go woke, go broke mentality. That's exactly... Y'all not slick. And by the way, Target, congratulations. You see how they move? This is who y'all pick me to be aligned with. So good luck with that. Yeah.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Now, I, for one, salute the reaction of the people in Minneapolis. The way that they have come together, the way that they have shown love for one another has been, quite frankly, amazing. And we've seen it from all strata of society.
That's a call to action. You shut down the cities and you say, we're not going to make any moves anymore until this is addressed, even if it's for one day. The city was shut down. There'll be no movement. If all unions were able to make that happen, I think that would show the power of the people. We should all be thinking like Renee. We should all be thinking like, I'm gonna stand up for whomever needs it. And when she was murdered, I think that woke a lot of people up. I think that said, we don't care who you are now. Our agenda is the only thing that we care about, and we will kill you. When I heard about George Floyd, I was driving the 5 line around that time. That was a very rough time. This feels very similar. This is a constant, and it's only going to get worse if we don't figure out a way to control it. And it's now directly affecting our members, our drivers, because about 40% of the drivers that we have here are immigrants. One of our drivers was apprehended, abducted, had to spend 34 days with no one knowing where he was at all. I mean, just imagine you saying goodbye to your loved one in the morning and on their way to work, and then all of a sudden they never show up and you have no idea where they are. The moment that it really hits home, the moment that you can say, that's my neighbor, that's my sister, that's my brother who was detained, you have to be in it. You can't sit by the sidelines anymore. This is where we start really trying to fight for what we believe in, what's right, what's good, what's just. Come out, fight for your brother, fight for your sister, fight for your sibling. We are all in this together because it will not stop. It will not stop unless we make it stop. Let's fight. Let's get it. Let's go.
And as a result of how they have moved, we've seen that feeling of mutual love and respect expand beyond their borders. As far as this specific action, we've already seen the effects of this potential kind of blackout during Black Friday.
To me, the only logical response to the government canceling SNAP benefits is for Americans to cancel the holiday season. Close the wallets. Close the wallets. You don't need to buy a turkey. You've had turkeys for the last how many years? You're good to skip a year. Black Friday hasn't Black Friday and I don't know how long. The deals suck. You don't need a new flat screen. You already got one from last year. Your kids have tablets. They have toys. They have electronics. They'll be good to miss out on 1 year. They'll be okay. Close the wallets. Cot boy. You know? We shouldn't be spending any money then. It makes no sense for, in response to the government taking food off people's tables, for us to then open our wallets and continue the economy as if nothing is wrong. It's time for a cop boy of the holiday season. The time of year where corporations make the most money. Yeah, shut it down. Close the wallets.
As well as how powerful a boycott can be when targeted. Pun intended. Based on the 2025 Q1 earnings report, the retailer showed a 3.1% drop in merchandise sales and a 3.8% decline in comparable store sales.
As of late, the discount department store has lost market share. And while its customers are spending about the same per quarter, Walmart and Costco's customers are spending even more. Between April 2024 and April 2025, Target lost nearly half of its share price.
Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me.
Hell, we even got Ludacris to drop out of MegaFest. You know? And that was just the backlash. That was before we got all the Target salt demographic involved. You get the Target salt demographic involved. Now you know what I mean? Now you really got something. Now you really got something. So I see y'all. I guess I'll see y'all Saturday. I see y'all on Saturday. Don't nobody call me or text me on Friday, because I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be in reflection. And I might text back, and I don't want y'all to have those receipts. So just leave me be. Leave me. I'm reflecting. They got any games on Friday or anything like that? Oh, I gotta bring my son's action figures down here. What about old VHS tapes? Y'all got VHS tapes? We can watch on Friday. Oh, you know what? My daughter has the little handset where you do the thing and you can watch the movie when you click your finger real good. I was good at that, so I could click my finger and I could watch the movie. There it is. I'm all set. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Well, what do you think?
What's up, MTV? Come on in, you broke mother.
I'm in my new space. I had teased it to you guys, and here it is. You know what? I like it. It's very well lit. Hopefully, we can make the night videos not look like hostage content. And I was able to bring in a lot of the stuff you guys enjoyed from the last set. You know, I had to have Bob in here. I had to find a way to get Bob in here some kind of way. And of course, I had to have a jersey. That's going to rotate. Don't worry about that. And we might even be able to rotate this mug right here, but we got some more space around here. So, you know, I'm accepting gifts. That's a joke, but I do be accepting gifts though.
What do you mean by that?
And right here, we have an original Basquiat. I couldn't get that in the old set, but I wanted to. You can't have an original Basquiat and not have it on your set. I got that during Art All Night from a guy downtown 19th Street. His name Original. So that is an original Basquiat. He sold me that one.
Look at my chandelier. It's $2 million. It's made out of expensive chicken dinners I've eaten over the years.
But ultimately, this was a move that the success of the channel enabled. You guys made this a possibility for me to revamp my space and make it easier to produce content for you.
Yeah!
So if you hadn't had an opportunity, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, or you can join as a member right here on YouTube or at Patreon at patreon.com/ReeseWaters, where you can get the weekly newsletter. But you can also sign up for the monthly, which is free. And while we're talking about pictures, I received this one, wife Danielle and husband Steve watching Reese chilling in our RWs. Now, Danielle appears to be enjoying herself, but I don't know, Steve. It don't look like this was your choice. It don't look like, Steve, you look like you trying to get some brownie points by watching her show. And that just happens to be me. That's the energy I'm getting from Steve. But then it seemed like you the one that sent me the photo. So I guess, thank you. You know I support love. You know I always support love. So even if you did it begrudgingly, I salute the gesture. Now, while we're talking about love, I'm always getting tons of emails from you guys, and I received one that really moved me from Antoinette. But speaking of love, I'm always getting emails from you guys, and I had one that really moved me from Antoinette, who reached out to me from Okinawa, Japan, on behalf of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated in preparation for their upcoming sisterhood retreat, Unapologetically Empowered Black Women, the Legacy, the Light, the Leader. And I sent her a message for her retreat, but I thought it would be relevant to you guys as well. Do not apologize for your brilliance, your boundaries, or your blackness. You're not a version of someone else's ideal. You are the original blueprint. You're the dream that your ancestors had when they looked at the stars and dared to hope. So when you walk out of here, take up space. Not just the space you were given, take up the space you deserve. Be bold, be soft, be brilliant, and above all, be unapologetically you. And while you're taking up space, give me some suggestions for how to take up the rest of the space on this wall. You can send that to me at admin@reesewaters.com.
I got my own sweatshop. God.